Hello everybody, I'm Tekosatchu, and this is part 3 of my approximately 59-part analysis of DamnEvilViciousMouse's replay pack. He is playing as the United States right now, and he is against Illusion or Truth, who is the guy who was in the last match that I shoutcasted, although they were playing the reverse side. So if you haven't seen the last match, you can go watch it, or you can take some hallucinogenic drugs and imagine that you've watched it. I don't really care. Hopefully this matchup, again on Wreck Train, the same as the last one, will be exciting too, and so we'll get to see both players playing the opposite sides, and presumably they are both very, very good. DamnEvilViciousMouse is, I think, level 20, which is as high as you can get on the ladder. Relic can't count past 20. And so, since he's getting matched up against Illusion or Truth, we can imagine Illusion or Truth is very good. Or maybe his name is Elucio nor Truth, or Elucio Nort Ruth. Nort Ruth. This guy's name makes no sense. He's got to be nuts. Alright, so couple pioneers right out the bat, plus a Volksgrenadier, and then just one engineer, and then the rifleman for DamnEvilViciousMouse, the second rifleman. So this is exactly the build that we saw him use in, I think, the first match. Right? No, I think the first match he was Wehrmacht. And then maybe I'm just making stuff up. This was the same build somebody else used. So anyways, two riflemen right off the bat. Very sensible strategy for the United States. And again we see DamnEvilViciousMouse going straight for this plus 10 fuel on the right. This plus 10 fuel important because it's one of... okay, just kidding. It's the only plus 10 fuel on the map. If you want any other fuel, there's 3 plus 5s over here on the left, so that's fairly nice to get, and then of course everybody's got their plus 5s right by their base, but I guess it's the only plus 10, and so it's nice to have that, and again he linked it up really fast, and we will be good to go. These riflemen capped that strat point in no time at all. Riflemen cap very fast, 1.5 times capping speed, I believe, 1 being the base capping speed. Grenadiers also cap fast. Volksgrenadiers cap slightly fast. I think they're 1.25. Grenadiers at 1.5. So if you need something capped really fast, you can use your riflemen. Of course, you want your riflemen to be out and about fighting and stuff, so you don't want to waste them capping stuff. But if you have 2 units just standing right by the point, you might as well cap with your riflemen instead, and then if enemies show up, you can do this little swap as long as your micro is good enough. So right off the bat, we have this MG42 set up on an incline. Look at that. That looks uncomfortable. Also uncomfortable is the firing through the pioneers, but whatever. These riflemen are in green cover, so they'll last a bit of time. What we have to worry about is whether these riflemen on the right-hand side are, number 1, going to make it through this red cover without getting killed, and number 2, going to be able to shoot it out with these Volksgrenadiers. And the Wehrmacht realizes that he has the advantage here if he can get some sandbags up, because this is a fair amount of distance, and the riflemen are not going to cross it because riflemen cannot swim. Nobody can swim, except the Schwimmwagen can swim, except it can't swim over this stuff. Anyways, the riflemen have the advantage in this firefight because the Volksgrenadiers at this distance are better. Plus we have the 4 MP40s, 2 MP40s on the Pios and 2 MP40s on the crew, plus another Volksgrenadier squad. So despite, you know, did he... No, MG's still shooting here. I'm not sure how these riflemen got here. They must have flanked all the way around the left, but he's gotten him really close with his riflemen. It's just... he's not really going to be able to shoot it out with the Wehrmacht, and the Wehrmacht knows this. He set up sandbags as he's in the long haul. Wow, that MG42 just took some real damage. Interesting that DamnEvilViciousMouse chose to fight that out so much. Well, I don't want to say many players. I don't even know any player. Me, at least. I would have looked at that and been like, you know, I'm really not going to win this fight. I could stick it out for a while, tie up the Wehrmacht, or I could just retreat. And you don't even have to hit, like, you don't have to do the T retreat, you don't have to run back to your base retreat. You can just take your riflemen over here, cap this point, although of course this turns out not to have worked because the MG42 can fire across, but didn't really know that. Or cap this VP, you take those riflemen over there, you take these riflemen who are here behind the green cover, you just move them back, cap this VP or something. You know, he didn't have to do that fight. You can pick and choose your fights. And with the United States, you have the ability to pick and choose a bit more than the Wehrmacht, because the Wehrmacht is... anchored to the MG42. They can't go anywhere without their MG42. They gotta make it work for them. And we have the double MG42 up right now. 2 MG42s, 2 Volksgrenadiers, 2 Pioneers, 222. There's 2-2s everywhere, and so that's allowing the Wehrmacht to move forward a bit. I guess the other MG42. Oh, there he is. Why did I not know? Is that crewed by Volksgrenadiers? Wow, I guess somehow the United States... I have not been paying attention. I'm just completely off the ball here. The United States managed to decrew just by shooting at that MG42 team. So, good job there. I guess that's why he fought it out. But still, interesting choice to fight it out. One reason to fight it out, like, to have this fight going here, even though you're inevitably going to lose because you're too far away for your riflemen to win, is that if you have like an engineer or a rifleman squad or something over here capping this whole side of the map, or anywhere really, just capping this whole side of the map, because that way while you keep most of your opponent's units pinned up here, because of course the Wehrmacht did have to sink 2 Volksgrenadier squads, a Pioneer squad, and a MG42 into this little section just to fight off the United States. So if you can force your opponent to sink all those things into that one location, and then you can cap the rest of the map while that's going, that's perfectly fine, right? That's a great reason. It's just DamnEvilViciousMouse wasn't really capitalizing on that fight right there, and so is an interesting choice, I have to say. Very interesting choice. Not sure I would agree, and we'll have to see how it works out for him. And he's certainly being pushed back by these MG42s. They're doing a very nice job of creeping forward, setting themselves up. We do have a flank coming in by the Riflemen. We'll have to see how this goes. Another flank going in by the Riflemen. Have to see how this goes. Come on, flank, 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 flank. Flank over here going extremely well because the Wehrmacht's repositioning over here to the left to deal with this. But it looks like he will be able to deal with it now that he's in red cover. The flames aren't going to do much, but the Volksgrenadiers certainly will. This got pushed off. They have med packs going, so they'll hopefully heal up most of the way at base. Very ballsy focus firing with these riflemen on these flamers, trying to get some real damage in. Oh, he was holding out for grenades. He wasn't able to do it, but he was able to come in with reinforcements. This MG42 really drops. Holy shit! Did you see that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 kills with a grenade. Whew. Way to turn the tide of battle, man. 7 Volksgrenadiers out of the fight, and immediately he has to pull back no matter what. Can't even stick around to do some damage to the United States. So, DamnEvilViciousMouse lost a couple riflemen right here trying to shoot the Pioneers while the grenades was researched. Had to pull out of there, lost some riflemen for that, but massive comeback with that grenade. Forced the Wehrmacht entirely off, able to cap 1, 2, 3, 4 things simultaneously. Back at base, trio center, not much going on. So very nice job with that grenade. Really shock and awe stuff. You saw that. It finished upgrading right as his rifleman moved in. So none of this wait for my upgrade to finish, then move in crap. This is what the StarCraft 2 people call a timing push. Some sort of attack that's based on some sort of timing thing, like an upgrade popping. And right when the upgrade pops, you have the advantage and you come in. So right as his grenades finished, he was able to move in. And whoa, careful, don't set up that machine gun. Good, yeah, he retreats because he's going to eat a grenade if he tries to set that up. So we have a half-track out by the Wehrmacht. This will let him reinforce. Uh-oh, losing the field. This will let him reinforce during the fight. That's always extremely useful. It's also nice to have some armor out on the field, force the allies to upgrade sticky bombs or something like that. You do have to stick something like a Pioneer into the half-track if you want the machine guns to fire, but other than that, it gives you some nice mobility. He can drive all around the map, drop some people off, cap some points, chase some riflemen. He's going to chase some riflemen. Let's do it. Chase, chase, chase. Oh, they're going to get pincered. That's a hell of a pincer. Look at that. Grenadiers, machine gun, and half-track. Okay, they're out of here. Ooh, enemy unit down. Nice mine takes out some Pioneers. This guy is trying to dig himself a hole in the earth. He's doing a pretty good job. Nice. Pioneer. I guess that's a Flame Pioneer. That's unfortunate. So Wehrmacht not being happy, losing all those Volksgrenadiers to the grenade and his Flame Pioneer to the thing. And we do have sticky bombs, so that is the response from the Americans. Floating 500 manpower. Has quite a bit of manpower. Isn't going to have any trouble at all throwing his riflemen away just to get some hits on the half-track. Once the engine's damaged, it's not useless, like with some vehicles that lose quite a bit of utility once the engine's damaged. It can still function as a mobile reinforcement point. But obviously it'll be tougher to get away from enemies when it's damaged, and since it takes so much damage, it doesn't have a lot of strength or health, hit points or anything. The sticky bombs do have a chance of killing it if you load up enough sticky bombs. What killed that Volksgrenadier? I guess a lucky shot from these rifles. Nice job, riflemen. You guys should get promoted for that one. You only have 2 kills. And nice flank. Left his engineers over here on the right. They got suppressed, but he knew he was going to get a chance to fight. Risky, risky, risky driving in this half-track, but I'm not going to eat any sticky bombs this time. And remember, once the riflemen get Vet 2, they can throw sticky bombs at a very long range. But until then, they have to be fairly close. So if you're good at kiting with either half-track, then you can get in close. And a big mistake here, running straight into that MG42. Really should have seen the Wehrmacht bait. coming. He didn't. He got shot. Blah 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 blah. Flamethrower completed. These guys getting shot. They don't have a lot of health. They should retreat back to base because he's got a triage center. Maybe the half-track will hunt them down. I see a vehicle on the minimap. Is that Pack 38? Yes, it is. Look at me. I totally called it. Look at all these rocks. Whoa, why is that red? Whenever I zoom in, this gets red. You see that? Of course you see that. It's pink. It's pink. Okay, what's going on here? Run away. How are things looking? Wehrmacht not capping quite as many things, and as soon as he starts to spread out to cap, these guys get roasted. That's going to really hurt if the pioneers, or if the engineers get a lucky crit. Do we have a sniper? Yes. These guys are low health, so that means a larger percentage chance for the flamethrower to get a critical hit on them. And when you get a critical hit on the flamethrower, kills people. That's how the flamethrower kills people. So low health squads, very dangerous to have them around the flamethrower. Just be careful. If you see a flamethrower coming, try and keep your low health squads away. And we have infantry company chosen and rangers chosen. So sniper's got a couple kills, has to be careful from the half track. Now would be a great time to sticky bomb 1, 2, right in the kisser. Let's watch this half-track kablooey. Whoa. They blew up simultaneously. Not bad at all. That should get out of there, though, unless there's somebody special coming up. And again, we have the mass suppression going on from, I don't know what suppressed these guys. Maybe this burst from here? I don't know. Now they're definitely suppressed by the actual machine guns. So, keeping us cool. DamnEvilViciousMouse is just walking backwards, or crawling backwards, as is the case. He's not hitting the retreat button. He knows that leave his sniper high and dry. He knows he's got these guys in green cover, so they're going to last a while, even if they're shot at. Oh, now he pulls the retreat. Can't crawl away from a grenade. You're not fast enough to crawl away from a grenade. And, of course, the reason he was doing the whole crawl thing, he was just buying time for those guys to get into position. This is not looking good. Actually, those guys are taken out there. Able to stay in the fight, though. He's got some rangers coming in. Don't lose your... Oh, rifle squad cut to death by the retreat. That might be what the Wehrmacht needs to get back into this game. Here come the rangers. Lead the way. He does not have the munitions for the Tommy guns, though. Rangers not so fantastic at shooting at people until they get their Tommy guns. But they're not awful. They're better than airborne, I believe. Ooh, here comes a grenade. That could hurt. Bowie. Ouch. Those rangers are expensive. Don't want to lose them. But double vet on these riflemen. That's good. That's good for him, and he's got 150 fuel, and aside from the weapon support center, not much going on. So he could grab bars, or he could... Doesn't even have a supply yard yet. Should really think about building a supply yard. It'll let him tech up, and it'll also reduce some of the manpower drain from these rangers, and very nice hold on the map that he has. Look at all this territory that he's kept. Wehrmacht has just been on the back foot a little too much, not able to cap as much as the Americans. We've seen just better... fired up is nice, by the way. Even though they don't have Tommy gun, yes they do. They have Tommy guns, but even if they didn't have Tommy guns, they could just fire up, run past the machine gun, and chuck a grenade on it. But now it's the United States' machine gun, so even though he lost that rifle squad, I think it's still looking extremely good for DamnEvilViciousMouse. He's got the map control, and that's good for him. The Wehrmacht can still come back. He's at tier 2. He's got infantry vet, so it's not looking awful, but if he can get vet 2 on his infantry, that would certainly help against these rangers and riflemen, because heroic armor will make your infantry much more resilient, but they're not going to do much against the sniper with its 8 kills. And this guy has to be careful, because bazookas, right? Yeah, Wehrmacht just not able to cap quite as much as the Americans. We see the Americans time and again splitting up quite a bit during the match and capping all sorts of points all over the map. That's the sort of thing you always want to be doing, and that can, as we see, turn the tide of the game, right? It's not the fights that have been going the Americans' way. He's been losing as many fights as he's been winning this match. We're fairly even. I don't know, maybe go back through the replay and analyze everything, see how many fights each person won and lost, but, you know, in terms of units lost and units killed and stuff like that, we're looking pretty good for the Wehrmacht as we are for the United States. The difference, though, is that the United States is turning that units lost into men? No, what is it? You don't turn things into men. He's turning it into map control, and then with map control, he's able to steamroll his opponent. He just has more resources, more territory held, and things just end up looking bad for the Wehrmacht, and we have bars, and it's going to be tough for the Wehrmacht to come back. But he's still good, I think. What do we got? Still vet 1 on the infantry. Yeah, he's just hurting for resources. Not much he can do. Ooh, a counter sniper. Let's make him hotkey 2. Hotkey 2. Here's hotkey 1. That 1 on the sniper and his 10 kills. So, yes, the lesson here is always be capping. A, B, C. Always be capping, because the more points you have, the more resources you have. And the more resources you have, the harder it is to go to jail. Because as we know, rich people can hire very nice lawyers and stay out of jail, when poor people would be pretty much screwed. So the lesson here is that DamnEvilViciousSmouse is not going to jail. Right? I think I got that right. So, yeah, way to steal a kill from the MG42, Mr. Sniper. Is that a mine? Did he just lay a... Yes, he did lay a mine. Exciting! I can't wait. I can't wait for the mine to explode. And now we're also getting the VP squeeze on the Wehrmacht too, so that's just going to be one more thing for him to worry about with his complete lack of resources and inability to come back against the superior United States forces, which really, if you think about it, is just 3 riflemen, a ranger, a machine gun, 2 engineers, and a sniper. Although now that I say that all at once, it sounds like quite a bit. Enemy unit down. Spacebar. Alright, it's Pioneers. Back to this fight. This could be tough. Tough. At this range, you don't really have to worry about bazookas. They're going to go wide more often than not. But, I don't know. He sunk some money into Shreks and sunk some money into Pak-38s. And, oh, it's a stew. Okay, that's better. Immediately sticky, though, by the double vet. Told you guys. I told you they had long range. And it damages the engine, so now that thing's super slow. A bit heavy on the AT, sinking the money into the Shreks and the Pak-38, but, I don't know. Once you see the Rangers, I'm not sure you really need to upgrade the Shrek. Your opponent is clearly going infantry heavy. Oh man, another sticky, some good hits here. I don't know what the Wehrmacht's doing. He's busy microing the stew, I guess. This ain't looking good. He's gonna get sticky to death. Death of 1,000 paper cuts. This Vet 2 rifle squad with his 15 kills. All they need to do is circle straight for the rest of their lives. And another sticky. Oh man, this is gonna be humiliating if he can take it out. Another bazooka shot. Basically simultaneous kills on both the Wehrmacht vehicles. No way he's coming back from that. That was very nice play by DamnEvilViciousMouse. Illusion for Truth kind of fell apart at the end. And although he is salvaging the munitions from the wreck, love to see that. So the lesson here is always be capping. That was the second fantastic grenade. Triple vet, end of the match. Yeah, I would quit after that too. Look at that. This is what a Wehrmacht loss looks like. The plus 3 XP is gone now. So that's a great place to end this. I hope you all enjoyed it, and my neck kind of hurts.